Hi, my name is Linry, and this is what I purchased in August. Now, I like to start off all these videos by saying if you are on a low buy or a no buy, you've got this. This month, there is a nail polish that everyone is hyping up, and next month, they will forget about it. Don't let FOMO add something to your cart. Also, in these videos, I talk about how much I made in Adsense, and I think I'm gonna start counting how many polishes I added to my collection in this month. Let's get into it. So my first purchase of the month, I actually don't have the receipt anymore, but I did fully purchase the LA Colors Metallic Collection. Now, I have been swamped, so I have yet to even swatch out a single one of these polishes, but it is a 14-piece collection, and hopefully I will have that up by next week. I have swatched them on Swatch sticks, and I think they look really nice on the Swatch sticks. Obviously, that doesn't tell me how they're gonna apply on me, but they applied very well on the Swatch sticks, so hopefully next week I will have a full swatch review of that. I don't know, next week's gonna be busy because Holo Taco's dropping a collection and I'm gonna have to attempt to dupe that out. I'm sweating here. But at the beginning of the month, I spent $30 on LA Colors. I was able to find the full collection at my local Walmart for $1.98 a piece, so I just rounded it all up to $30. That's how I do this, by the way. I always round up. That way there's a little bit more in the bank, you know what I'm saying? On the 18th, my fiance actually went to the Family Dollar by himself, and anytime he goes to the Family Dollar, he just brings me back a nail polish, and on the 18th, he brought me back Sally Hansen's Extreme Wear Pound the Pavement. And honestly, this polish was absolutely stunning. Oh, it's such a good mint green, and because it's not gonna get its own video, I'll just talk about it here. This is a lovely, lovely mint green polish, and this is actually my first experience with Sally Hansen's Extreme Wear. Now, I'm not a huge fan of the brush. Oh my god, the brush was so stupid skinny, and it made application just a teeny bit difficult, but that's just, you know, how it goes. You know, I prefer a wide flat brush, and I kind of struggle with skinny ones. It is what it is. Honestly, I found the color payoff of this polish absolutely flawless. Sometimes with drugstore brands, you're like, will you be passable? Will you be opaque? I don't know. And this was a fully opaque polish. I swatched out Sally Hansen's Extreme Wear Pound the Pavement. God, that was such a mouthful. In 2 coats. And as is a simple cream formula, it is easily removed with acetone, no peel off base coat required. So on the 18th, my fiance spent $4. We share a bank account, so he spent $4 on a nail polish. It was technically cheaper, but round up. On the 19th, my friend Polished.Mess collabed with Voyage Hues to release a charity polish. This is, okay, I'm gonna butcher it. I'm probably gonna say to eat in Spanish, which is probably funnier. ComUnidad. ComUnidad? I'm probably saying to eat. Oops. I have a hard time speaking English, so expecting me to speak Spanish too? I'm trying, okay? ComUnidad. Wait, what am I saying? ComUnidad is this beautiful black-based polish. Now, this is a thermal, so when I say black base, it can also be beige-based polish. I'm not sure, like in the neutral state in my house that is like at 76 degrees right now, in the cold state it's black with these itty bitty white glitters running throughout and a lovely orange shimmer. Now this is also a solar polish, which this is my first experience ever with a solar polish. How dare you, Polished.Mess, you're making me go outside. And with a UV flashlight, I didn't even go outside. I say, how dare you make me go outside, and I'm using a UV flashlight. And with a UV flashlight, I found that that white beigey base shifted to a salmony pink, which in my full hand swatch, my ring finger and pinky are in the UV state. Honestly, I'm very impressed with this polish, and the fact that it's like this beigey white to black, I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of nail art potential out of this, and I'm gonna be able to just do a lot of peekaboo manis, which I'm very excited about. Now, right now, filming Linry can't remember what charity this all goes to, so editing Linry or voiceover, go. But 100% of the profits made are going to that charity, so if you're interested in this, I will leave a link down to the Etsy shop down below. I could get Voyage Hues ComUnidad? Fuck me, I'm trying. ComUnidad. I could get Voyage Hues ComUnidad opaque in 3 coats. And as it is a glitter formula, I've yet to remove it, but I know I know for a fact this is gonna be difficult to remove, so I would suggest a peel off base coat like I did. Also, I don't think I said, I am currently wearing it right now on my right hand, which is giving me like this cool mall goth vibe, you know what I'm saying? So on the 19th, I spent $18. Now, $18 for a single polish seems a little bit expensive, but that was the first time I had ever ordered off of Etsy, so I don't have like the points to get to free shipping on Etsy. That was the first time I've ever in my life made an Etsy order, so I had to pay full $5 shipping for this polish. Which is fine, that's okay, but that's why it cost me so much, is because I had to pay full-fledged shipping. And on the 24th, our local Family Dollar General, whatever, I can't remember which one it is, Dollar General, whatever, they were running a sale on their Sinful Colors. They were like 25% off, and I was like, well, why not? So I did pick up 2 Sinful Colors. I picked up YOLO Yellow just because I lack a lot of yellow creams in my collection, and I was fairly impressed with this formula. Now, I will say, I have just recently like taken care of my cuticles, and when I take care of my cuticles, for some reason, when I push back my cuticles, all of a sudden nail polish is like, I am now under your cuticles too. So my cuticles look like a hot mess. You know what? Whatever. People complain about my cuticles anyway. Girl, they're my hands. They're my hands. Don't worry about it. YOLO Yellow is this beautiful, what I would consider like a school bus yellow. It's a little bit stepped back from that, but it's basically there in a beautiful formula. Now, again, Sinful Colors does that skinny brush thing, and I don't think, you know, I think this might be like the last shot we're seeing of Sinful Colors. I think Sinful Colors is finally giving up the ghost. If you don't know, Sinful Colors' parent company filed for bankruptcy and no one has picked this up. No one has picked up this brand and it's just been sitting in this weird limbo. And yeah, oh well. I can get Sinful Colors YOLO Yellow Opaque in 2 coats. And as it is a simple yellow cream polish, it is easily removed with acetone. No peel off base coat required. I also grabbed Sinful Colors Tempest. Now, I don't have very many lavendery purples in my collection, so I felt like, why not snag one for a bargain? And I don't regret it. Again, like sometimes when you pick up drugstore polishes, you're like, there's a risk where like it just won't work. And I was terrified this wouldn't work, but I was fully floored. It did work and I am so pleased for it. Tempest is this lovely, soft lavender purple in this wonderful formula. Now I do find that it has ugly bottle syndrome, and no matter how much I shake it, I just can't get like this weird pigment swirl off the side of the bottle. Now obviously like the inside of the bottle is mixed, but the outside of the bottle just is ugly and I just can't fix it. It doesn't mean the polish has gone off, it just means like certain pigments are just clinging to the wall being like, hello. I could get Sinful Colors Tempest Opaque in 2 coats. And as it is a simple cream formula, it is easily removed with acetone, no peel off base coat required. So on the 24th, I spent an additional $4 on Sinful Colors. So grand total in the month of August, I spent $56 on nail polish. And because of all those purchases, that means my collection has grown by 17 bottles. Whew, that's quite a bit. So I think this will be kind of fascinating to do. I'm going to include the price of the PR I received in my monthly total, because if I purchased these polishes, that's how much it would be. And I hope this will keep me like kind of grounded to realize just the value of the polish I have. Like, obviously I didn't spend the money, but I think it will just help me like, just remember, you know, these polishes did come with a price tag, and I need to remember that. These next polishes I did receive in PR. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to disclose that, so I'm just gonna disclose it like I normally do with all my like PR things. So thank you so much guys for sending those my way. I did receive these next collections in PR. So obviously in the month of August, I did receive PR from 2 brands, and that was Sylvanclaw's Spelunking collection, as I started that, but I'm not gonna retake it. I've been retaking too many things. Which was a lovely, beautiful collection. Oh my goodness gracious, that collection was so flawless, which the full collection discount came out to $75. And I also did receive PR from Tyler's Trinkets, which was another beautiful collection. Oh my goodness gracious. I got thrown 2 softballs immediately. They're like, you know what? We don't want a negative review from Linry. Give her color she loves. 2 slam dunk easy reviews. I'm a simple girl. I love browns and oranges, okay? And technically orange is brown. They're the same exact color. Fun fact, okay? Brown is what happens when you take light out of orange. So fun. And the Tyler's Trinkets Golden Hour Rodeo collection was also valued at $75. So if I purchased both of those collections, I would have spent an additional $150, changing my grand total of $56 to $206 for this month. Also with the PR, that added another 15 bottles of nail polish into my collection, bringing me to a grand total of 32 bottles of nail polish entering my collection in 1 month. Woo! It's so much. I can really see how getting PR can overwhelm Swatch reviewers because dang, that is just a lot to come into your collection real fast. I also like to talk about how much I made off of YouTube. In the month of August, I made $346.99 off of ad revenue. Not bad whatsoever. So thank you guys so much for just interacting with my content, watching my content, enjoying my content. Like, it's so incredible. I can just subsidize the cost of nail polish with another hobby. So thank you guys so much. I also want to talk about a short I posted in August that did extremely well. So if you didn't see, I did finally post my peel off base coat recipe, and I did that in short form video format. Words are hard. Currently, right now at the time of filming, that short is sitting at 59,000 views. Now, I think the analytics of this are like truly fascinating because I keep talking about how short form content is really good for subscriber numbers, which is not fucking wrong. Also, I just hit 5K subs. Thank you guys so much. Dang, a lot of things are happening. That short did hit 59,000 views, and it gave me an additional 305 subscribers. So thank you guys so much for subscribing to me. I don't know if it's going to translate whatsoever to my long form content. It seems like short form content and long form content on YouTube, even though they're on the same exact platform, are just two separate lanes and they just don't like touch at all. And it just makes number go higher. Honestly, I haven't even seen that translate to my other shorts whatsoever. It seems like those are just performing like they normally do. So like subscriber numbers are kind of like just number goes up. It doesn't really translate to anything else, it seems like, because this is very algorithm based. Hell, most people do not use the subscription feed in YouTube. They just use recommendations. And the most important number, how much money did I make off of 59,000 views? I made $11.95 off that short. This has been said several times that YouTube shorts pay better than TikTok. I do not understand how any creators make money off of TikTok just off of views. They don't. They don't. That's why they plug their Amazon links, their like TikTok shops and all that. Like, that's insane. Also, fun fact, I've blocked more people than I ever have blocked before in the entire time I've been posting on YouTube. A lot of people have, you know, positive feelings about yellow nails, and I don't know how to tell you, like, you guys this. They're my nails. Get the fuck over it. Welcome to the Shadow Realm, bitch. But yeah, in the entire month of August, I spent $56, but in my imaginary world, I spent $206, and I made $346.99. So I have to ask, what did you purchase in August? What was your number one purchase? What was your favorite polish that entered your collection? Or if you are on a no buy or a low buy, what was the favorite polish that you wore? What just tickled your heart in August? I hope you enjoyed my video. Bye! And I think I'm gonna start so my first purchase, I don't know when I purchased it, and I can't remember. I don't have the receipt, so I can't remember. ComUnidad. I also, because of that purchase, added an additional $17. Now, I think this would be kind of fascinating to do, so I'm just going to do that. I'm going to include PR polishes that I received in PR, their value to the grand total. Now, I think this would be kind of interesting to do. Now, I think this will be kind of interesting to do. I'm going to include PR. Now, I think this would be kind of interesting to do. I'm gonna speak English. I'm gonna say the sentence. It's gonna happen. One of these times, I will be able to fully say the sentence. One more time. So I think this will be kind of fascinating to do. I'm going to include the total of that time. So obviously in the month of August, I did receive PR from 2 brands, and that was Sylvanclaw and So obviously in the month of August, I did include and the Tyler's Trinkets Golden Hour rodeo. That's not math. That's not mathing. But my